I was 16 years old. My boyfriend brought me with him to kill me. He brought a knife and killed someone. I was charged with second-degree murder.
I know that the outfit is giving dainty or whatever. I look good, I feel good, but I look-y feel like it's a bum day kind of day because this outfit is so comfortable, and I'm just glad to be here for it to look like this on a quote-unquote bum day. Can we get a round of applause? But anyway, I'm gonna put these on and see what this look like. Do we go good with this gray shirt? Should I put black on? We'll go with black. I'm about to eat / taste these. Breakfast, I'm gonna taste it. You feel me? I'm gonna see what that giant hit for. That. Oh, it's bumbling. Oh, bumbling. It's bubbling over while I'm bullshitting. You see this little, I don't know, muscle suctions? You put it on, you know, your sore spots, and you know, you do what you do with it. Yes, it will bruise you. Yes, I am all bruised from it. But not only that, last night, I fell asleep with this joint on. Your girl ate up. I just want to share this because we have to bust these royals, these blisters. We gotta bust them. And in another way, it's kind of like welcoming spooky season, because I fell asleep and woke up with my skin coming off. So happy October from me to you. Monitor how you using them Johns if you're using them Johns. You hear me? Or if you're thinking about using them. You gotta monitor that action, because deep pro, yeah, it sure did go deep to the white meat, peeled me. I would say that it's ghetto, and you can taste like the almond flour or the whey protein or whatever, the almond. Tastes like the, what is it called? Vital protein, or the one of them nature grass-fed proteins. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen, but that's what it tastes like. But once you get over that initial burst of protein, it's edible. Alright, y'all, don't mind how I'm looking. I kind of sort of just got up. It's been about 40 minutes. After having overcome the anxiety of having to bust the pimples, I set up my at-home first aid station. I grabbed my Neosporin, the pen, the lighter to disinfect the pen, a new band-aid, and some hand sanitizer. And yes, I did start with freshly washed hands, as you must if you're gonna deal with an open wound. And the way I opened the band-aid, I don't necessarily recommend it, but for efficiency, I did. Do not take the papers off of the band-aid because it's supposed to catch as minimal air as possible. We burned the pen to disinfect it, and at this point you can't see, but I was vividly like shaking, and the wound was still fairly fresh. So my skin was resilient and thin at the same time. It didn't want to like give way to me. Like, I guess it didn't want to submit to me. So I had to go at it, I felt like, every other day for about a week and a half, because it's important to give yourself time when it comes to these things. I don't want to just rip my skin off. That's why you see those little bloody parts and the little scabby part so fresh, because when I woke up through the night after having realized what happened, I just woke up from a burning sensation and immediately like went to grab it and scratched my skin off, and it was already like wet from being insulated in that rubber, which was horrific. After I did all I can do for that day, I grabbed the peroxide to go ahead and disinfect the area. Keep the wound clean. At this point, my camera died, but I needed to bring you all through the entire journey if I didn't brought you this far. And the show must go on, so I fired up the iPhone and got to it. Like I said, I grabbed the Neosporin after the peroxide dried. First aid antibiotics cream allows it to heal better. It just aid in healing. If you know about Neosporin, then you were raised right. Neosporin for the wounds. And if you didn't know about Neosporin and I just put you on, bless your heart, and I'm so glad to be here for your journey. Now, as you can see, I am lathering that on there and make sure that it's nice and covered. And then I put the Band-Aid on, and as you're going to be able to see in a few moments, that the Band-Aids actually aided in skin irritation and discoloration, which I now have to work on correcting. So yes, the brand of Band-Aids are 𝐶𝑟𝑒𝑎𝑙, and I believe they're used in hospitals. And to say that it left my skin irritated and discolored and even feeling sort of leathery for a while, it's kind of disappointing. So about 4 days later, we ended up getting some non-irritant Band-Aids, which honestly, they felt pretty weak. They only lasted for the night. They were not a daytime thing, so it did become a problem trying to keep my wound covered, but nevertheless, we kept it covered. And in this household, we try to help ourselves before going to the hospital with our like extensive background of like medical services just throughout our life, generation to generation. So we don't go to the hospitals unless it's like life-threatening. So if we can do it, we will. And here's an example of that. Here I have a couple photos for you. This was the night that it happened. This is how I woke up. And as the days went on, this is when the Band-Aids started to bother me. I don't know exactly when, but it took a handful of days before I was able to touch it like this comfortably. So as you can see, I'm healing just fine. And right now today I have healed. As you heard, this is October and we're in November as I'm editing this, so I'm fine.